75, 6'2", 210 at the right tackle. Matt Schrupp starting his usual left tackle spot, 73, 6'1", 185. Kevin Ronneberg, 6'1", 160. And Brett Sims, 170, senior number 88, will be the starting offensive ends. Kent Setrum, the senior quarterback, will start in the backfield, and he'll be flanked with Sean Klinghagen and Greg Ahmet. At the halfback positions, John Hemsey, 185, senior number 35, getting the start at fullback tonight for the Wilmer Cardinals. Wilmer 2-2, trying to snap a two-game losing streak right now. Alexandria 3-1, coming off a pair of shutouts, including that 28-0 whitewashing of St. Cloud Tech, a game that was a lot closer than that score would indicate. We'll give you the Alexandria starters. As number 1 for Alexandria kicks off, it's fielded by Brunner, making the return pretty much up the middle of the field, and we get our bearings. It looks like Tim Brunner's out to about the 33-yard line as Jamie Sinning handled the kickoff duties, and Coach Jake Sheridan Jakey John says that the kicking game and the covering and so forth of the kicking game has been one of the strong points of his team.
Well, that kickoff there was very, very short and good coverage, yes, because they had no place to go. And that's really pretty good position for the Cardinals, really, to start out with. That's not bad at all.
They're marked at about their own 33.5, 34-yard line. Wilmer comes out in a slot to the near or right side of the formation. Unbalanced line right. Something we're going to see tonight. Back to throw and under pressure, putting it out and incomplete, intended for Hemsey, as Setrum was getting a lot of pressure on that play, John.
Yeah, I just think these two guys here standing in front of us are going to make it a little bit tough all night long.
Yeah, one of them is writing on a clipboard, too, so I don't think he'll be sitting down any time in the near future. You've done in the past, I know, and usually about this time of the season, it seems like.
Right, especially against Alex, because they apparently do have a couple of linemen they would like to match up more evenly with the Wilmer linemen.
We're going to tell you more about those guys as the evening progresses. On second down, getting outside, and flags go down. Was it a face mask?
Yeah, face
on
mask.
Greg Ahmet, and looks like the guilty party will be number 36, Jim Carroll, the defensive end.
That's pretty obvious there.
First penalty of the night. We're scoreless. A little over 11 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Wilmer on the drive. Cardinals showing that unbalanced line, strong left. They're going to run to the weak side. There's some opening out there for Ahmet as he turns the corner. Greg Ahmet with a first down. He's across the Alexandria 40. It looks like down to about the 38-yard line. That's something that Cardinals plan to do, John, run away from that actual extra lineman.
Right,
and it worked that time to the short side of the field.
That time Dan Oberg pulled from his left guard position to lead the play. It was met right at the line of scrimmage, and Greg Ahmet made a nice move, not following his guard up the middle that time. He went outside the end and picked up some good yardage.
Must have gotten at least 12 yards in that play. Another Cardinal first down. The first came but the penalty. So Wilmer on the drive here to get things started. First and 10 at the Alexandria 38. The give to the big fullback Hemsey, and he's wrestled down by a host of tacklers, but not before he penetrates the 35 down to the 33, a gain of about 6. John Hemsey getting the start at fullback, 185 senior, and boy, he's got some thighs on him.
That's also going to give Aaron Anderson a chance to rest, because he plays a very aggressive linebacker on defense for the Cardinals, and this may just help him be a little more aggressive when he does get a chance to get out there.
Well, I think in particular with Nepgetzik on the sidelines ill tonight, they're really going to need a performance from Aaron Anderson at that linebacker spot. Wing to the right, split backs, and the give is again to Hemsey. He's behind a wall of blockers, but he's...
I think he kept it that time, Bill. And
or did the quarterback keep it? Yeah.
Nice job by Kent Setrum, faking to Hemsey. And 3 Alexander Cardinals thought he had it and hit Hemsey.
Yeah, there was a host of tacklers around him, and he got inside the 30 down to about, it looks like, the 29. Again, we're take a measurement here. Wilmer with 2 first downs and trying to get a third here on this measurement. It looks like they're going to be just short.
Yeah, it's about a foot short.
About a foot shy, and it'll be third down and a foot for the Wilmer Cardinals.
Well, last week we saw, the quarterback sneak?
Not real dry. It's still a lot better than it was last week. Even though it was a very nice evening for football, it came on the heels of about 3.5 inches of rain. Alverson, the 2 linebackers for Alexandria. Third and 1 foot. Strong right formation on the unbalanced line, and flags go down. And what do we got? Illegal procedure on Wilmer. Did one of the linemen move perhaps after he got in his stance?
That, or they might have had
not enough men at the line?
Yeah.
So that'll cost the Cards 5 yards.
It's only a 5-yard penalty, but a very costly penalty.
It really is.
When you go for that.
Alec 30. Right now at the 34-yard line of Alexandria. Setram bootlegging left. There's that shovel pass, and it's incomplete, or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think anybody caught it.
I think he actually bounced off the back of one of the linemen. I don't think anybody really saw it.
I didn't really see even an eligible receiver in the general vicinity there. Well, that's a play that generally works, you know, once a game when they've run it, that shovel pass, but not on this particular play, and looks like Wilmer will be forced into a punt situation on 4th and 6. Try to get to Alec pinned deep in their own end. Back deep for Alexandria. Number 20 is Todd Hendricks, and also 32, that's Rob Slavic. And there's the kick, angling for the right corner, and it's going to roll into the end zone. Alexandria puts the ball in play, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line when we come back in 30 seconds. Well, the Wilmer Cardinals on defense. Don Haugard is one of the starting inside tackles in place of Chuck Stern on 1st down. Throwing intended for Sinning. Did he catch it in bounds? I believe he did.
Looks like it.
Looks like about a 15-yard pickup, 14, 15 yards from quarterback Trent Anderson. Coach Darrell Ramey expected Alexandria to come out throwing that football. That's exactly what they do on 1st down at their own 20-yard line. This Anderson, not too bad a looking athlete back there. I know he played quite a bit last year against Wilmer. Came in off the bench. He's got Eric Halverson at the fullback. Todd Hendricks and Chris Schoenrock are the starting halfbacks. They're running the Delaware wing tee with the wide receiver out to the near left side of the formation. As Anderson bootlegs out to the left, the pass is caught and breaking a tackle out there and still on his feet. And they're going to rule him down, apparently, in the grasp.
Right.
Chris Schoenrock on that pass reception, good for about 6, maybe 7 yards. About 6 yards to about the 39-yard line. There are hash marks out there, but not the easiest to see. But I do like fields with the hash marks.
Right,
the first quarter, Alexandria with Joe Hill at the center leads them up. Slot to the right now this time. And in motion to the right goes Hendricks. Long count by Anderson, the give, and a nice hole to the left side, but it's filled quickly by the Wilmer Cardinals. Mike Roloffs, linebacker on the inside, really got in there to plug that hole. They gain about, looks like 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd and a short.
Way to beat the defense is to throw and get those guys loose back there so they can run later on. That says quite a bit for the Wilmer defense.
3rd and about 1.5 yards for Alex. Slot back is Hendricks left. He goes in motion. The give to the fullback. Good penetration, and they stop him for maybe a half yard. And let's see, 62. Got up from the bottom of that pile for the Wilmer Cardinals, I believe, unless...
and Aaron Anderson was also in there.
So Dan Olberg apparently is playing some defense, too, tonight.
And Aaron Anderson from that linebacker spot really kind of put the finishing touch on him as he was in the grasp.
Well, they're going to apparently measure, but it sure doesn't look like they've got the first down if we can see it all. I think they're a good yard shy.
Yeah, Wilmer's pretty sure they didn't get it because they're changing teams right now. Yeah, it's about a foot.
Yeah, foot and a half short. On 4th down now, near midfield at the Alexandria 43.5-yard line, and I would think they look like it. Pretty confident if they do. Cardinals...
this could set the tone very early in the game, either way. Wilmer stops them right here. Could give them a little adrenaline going there for the rest of the game.
All right, 4th and less than 1 at the Alexandria 43. Slot to the near side. Delaware wing tee. Hendricks in motion. Gets the call. He stopped short. He lost about 1.5 yards. Now,
that's a strange play.
Very strange to run on 3rd and short.
Well, that one there is a sweep. In the Wilmer playbook, a 21 sweep, a 121 sweep. Back in motion, trying to go around the right end, and he lost, I would say, even about 1 yard on that play.
Defensive end Brett Sims was right there and shed his blocker and was right in to make the... Now we'll see what Wilmer can do. An excellent field position now in Alexandria territory at the Alec 42-yard line. 1st and 10. There goes Klinghagen in motion from right to left as Setram sets up nicely back there, and he's got a man. It's caught! Ronneberg on the reception.
Nice pattern.
2-3 defenders around Kevin. The ball well thrown, hit him in full stride, and I'm going to try to see where he is.
About
is he 15-yard line? I think he's down to the 15. So from the 42 to the 15-yard line, a 1st down for Wilmer. And boy, I'll tell you, that time Ket Centrum got time to throw. He set up nicely.
In that pocket, something I wish Tommy Kramer could take a little lesson from.
1st and 10 at the Alec 15-yard line. Big play there for the Cardinals. Centrum under center. There's the give. They sweep to the right side, and Ahmed, I believe it is, gets some positive yardage. He's out of bounds. I don't know how much he got, as he was in fact sweeping, running parallel to the line, but it looks like maybe about 4 yards. Well, maybe not quite that much. Looks like they've got him marked down pretty close to the 10-yard line, though.
About 3 yards to that one. And
we'll call it 2nd and 7.
And they were running into the short sideline that time. Wilmer.
4. He could be inside the 8 even. Just about impossible to see any lines from here. You just got to try to judge it across the field.
That's Aaron Anderson, Bill.
Okay, on that last carry.
Yep.
Okay, Anderson is in there at the fullback. Again, unbalanced left, and they've been running to the short side. The give right up the middle, touchdown!
Well done as the guards that time for the Wilmer Cardinals really opened a hole. And along with that center, I tell you, that's
Matt Williams.
Matt Williams, give him a chance. Give these new kids
Scott
a chance.
Williams, excuse me.
Did a nice job.
Who carried that last ball?
Aaron Anderson.
It was Aaron. What should we give him? About what do you think?
Well, he was out there.
7-8 yard run. Oh, here in the first quarter as the Cardinals of Wilmer are on the scoreboard.
I think that people here are a little bit surprised.
Pretty well executed.
That was a nice drive that time by the Cardinals, and failure to make that that first down really paid off.
Centrum puts the hole down, and the kick by Greg Ahmed is good, and Wilmer has a 7-0 lead. We have a little over 4.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. We'll see what Alexandria does when we come back in 30 seconds. Fortune can be somebody's opportunity, and that's proving to be the case tonight.
Boy, you're right. If they can just keep it up, they'll have a nice chance to play, the rest of the season.
Greg Ahmed driving that kick pretty good, and Hendricks takes it about his own 10. He's got a big bit of running room right up the middle of the field. He's finally clogged up at about the 30-yard line.
Boy, he didn't look like he wanted to run.
Didn't run very hard at all. No, just kind of waited for something to happen, and kind of just got behind the wedge there and got lost. Brett Sims on the tackle, and they just marched it right down the field. I'm trying to remember, that he get 2 first downs on that drive? I think they did.
Yes.
So they've got 4 for the ball game now, and Alec has 2. And on first down, nothing doing.
And the defense is looking, tough as it has most of the games.
Aaron Anderson and Roloffs, the 2 middle linebackers, in on that last stop on Hendricks, the ball carrier. Hendricks not a real big back, maybe not quite as quick as the back we saw from Brainerd last week, who did a lot of damage on the Wilmer Cardinals. Hendricks 5'9", 170. 3:40 to go now here in the first quarter. Wilmer with the lead, 7-0. Alec running that wing T. This time they put both ends. The end on the near side split to the right. Hendricks in motion from left to right. Anderson rolls right to pass. Puts it out there. Nice looking ball, but it's incomplete. He had a man out there, Chris Schoenrock, who's already caught one tonight. And boy, he's got a nice arm on him, this quarterback, Trent Anderson.
He had quite a bit of time, too. Pretty good pressure by the defense, but the offensive line for Alexandria did a nice job of giving him some time to throw that long.
Considered a little bit by some major colleges, so we'll have to see if they stand out as the evening goes on. Here comes Schoenrock in motion now to the near side of the field as Anderson rolls this way, puts it out. There's that little pass underneath to Schoenrock. It's caught. He gets away. He's got a first down, and he's into about the 46, 47-yard line before brought down by Tim Brunner.
About a 12-yard gain, another first down, and I think we saw an example there, Bill, of what Mike Prunty was talking about in that pregame when he talked about that we had people in the right position, but they were just making some arm tackles and grabbing and were not making the stop. And that time there, he broke about 3-4 tackles that were, was not that hard to bring them down, but they just couldn't do it.
I think that's been the concern, too, of the Wilmer coaches. They know that Alec might complete some short passes, but the fact that they can run with it after they catch it. And that's what happened there, about an extra 8 yards on that play. Anderson rolling right, good penetration. Now he pitches as he's tackled. Hendricks turns the corner. Hendricks still on his feet as he angles for the sidelines. He's got another first down. Well, good penetration, John. I think it was Aaron Anderson that got in there to tackle the quarterback, but he very alertly waited until that final second and pitched it back then to Hendricks, who had a lot of running room, about 15 yards.
What really broke that was destroyed him and really opened things up.
Well, that would have been Brett Sims. He was really hammered on that play. Okay, to the near side is Mike Navradil. The split end, and they send motion this way with Schoenrock. Here comes Sims from the blind side. He tackles Anderson as he throws the football, and it goes incomplete, intended for the halfback Schoenrock. Well, that time Sims came full bore from the blind side. And
he was really coming, wasn't he?
He got in there. 10 now at the Wilmer 42-yard line. They get the ball spotted. We're down to 2:39 to go here in the first quarter. Wilmer leads it 7-0. Certainly an upset if Wilmer should win tonight, all things considered. There's a nice play to the right side. Is slanting and running hard is Eric Halverson, and he's got about 5 yards, it looks like, to about the 37. He ran hard that time, pretty much straight ahead, but there was some running room.
Well, they got a nice offensive, nice size offense.
Their line is seniors. Basically, that one junior is on defense.
And quite a few of them going both ways, just like the Cardinals from Wilmer.
Third down, a long 5, short 6. And they're going to give it on the ground to Halverson. Big hole up the middle. He's still on his feet. He's got a first down. It looks like down to close to the 20-yard line. Well, on 3rd and about 6, something really opened up the middle, and Eric Halverson blasted through. He is stopped at the 25-yard line for another Alexandria first down, their 5th of how to do something. You see what kind of team Alec has got now, how they react to that challenge.
Woke him up.
1st and 10 at the 25. We'll see if the Wilmer defense can stiffen here. They're going to keep it on the ground. Nothing fancy. Halverson, big yardage. He's down close to about the 16-17, very close to a first down. Running again to the right. And I didn't see, is there anybody pulling on that formation, John? That left guard is pulling?
The left guard, they like it. Apparently going to stay with it until Wilmer can stop it.
Okay, 2nd down, and we'll call it 2, a gain of 8 on that last play. And we've got some motion. Wilmer may have made it across the line, but I don't think so. I think Wilmer jumped, and then Alex, one of the linemen, moved, and that's going to cost Alexandria 5 yards. Their 2nd penalty on the night. They have 15 yards total. Had a face mask in that Wilmer initial drive to start things out on, I believe, the first play from scrimmage. Greg Ahmet got some nice yardage, 5 or 6 yards, and then was face masked. Inside of a minute, 59 seconds to go. First quarter, Wilmer hanging on to a 7-0 lead right now, but Alec threatening on 2nd down and 7 at about the Wilmer 23-yard line as Anderson, the quarterback, rolls left. He's got time. Nice arm. Puts it out. Sinning tries to make the diving grab, but can't quite do it. That would have been a nice catch by Jamie Sinning, number 1.
Giving Dave Oss a little relief.
Buchanan's played quite a bit in that defensive end department for the Cardinals this year. Here comes motion now to the near side. Rolling back is Anderson. Anderson under pressure. Now the pitch to the pitch man, and he stopped cold for no gain. As a matter of fact, a loss on the play. Buchanan strung it out nice, and John, I believe that's Roy Friel, really came up and made a nice hit.
Good combination that time, especially by Dave Buchanan, who was after the quarterback. And normally you have one responsibility on that option play, either the pitch man or the quarterback, and he had the quarterback, made him
down to the 20. It's 4th and 5. They're going to try a field goal here. Doing the kicking for Alexandria will be number 14, Jed Johnson. Anderson, the holder. That kick isn't going anywhere.
Way short.
Way off the mark and short. And that's it. The first quarter is history, and Wilmer's won the first quarter, John, and that's how you got to look at it, I guess. There's 3 more to go.
3 more to go. Take them one at a time. And Alexandria, I think, did not look really sharp right now. And they look like they're going to just win the game by showing up, but Wilmer not going to let them do it.
Well, I'll tell you, it's going to be interesting, and we'll be back for that second quarter after this 30-second timeout. Quarter, Wilmer had a couple of drives. Alec had a pretty good one here to close it out, but the Cardinals got the 7 on the board.
Right, and they're ready to play. Got the ball again. Here we go.
1st and 10 for Wilmer as the missed field goal gives Wilmer the ball. And here they come to the near side. That's Sean Klinghagen, and he's got some nice yardage. Looks like awfully close to about a 9-10 yard pickup.
Inside of the offensive line for the Cardinals from Wilmer, doing a very nice job.
John Klinghagen with a nice pickup, and I guess they spotted him a little bit shy of where I thought, but 7.5, almost 8 yards. Makes it 2nd and short. Setram under center, operating that offense. Nice hole, and that'll be a first down. Really protecting that football, too, that time for the Cardinals of Wilmer.
John Hemsley.
You're right. You're better at picking those players out than I am right now.
Well, John
He's got a certain style, right?
Yeah, he runs with his arms over that ball like that.
Football, a 1st and 10, and about the 33 of the Wilmer Cardinals. Delaware wing tee offense, the give to the fullback Hemsey, and he's stacked up for no gain.
That time they're unbalanced right, and they ran right behind the 2 tackles over there, but really making a nice stick that time for Alexandria.
In the football game right now for Alec, and that's Jim Carroll. Of course, he's a defensive end on the near side of the field.
Yeah, Matt Waller was a nice stop, too.
Now they gave him a yard for effort. We'll call it 2nd and 9. Back to throw is Setram. He has time. He's got a man, and he can't hang on. Brett Sims was open, and he would have had a first down. The ball a little bit behind him, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Nice-looking pattern, though, and he was open out there. Ronneberg was also out on the pass route that time, and Ronneberg has caught that long pass. So what did we give him on that, John? 30, 35 yards or so?
Yeah, we gave him 31 yards on that one.
That really set up the Wilmer initial touchdown, and then they eventually took it in on the ground, an 8-yard run by Aaron Anderson up the middle. One of those quick trap plays.
We're going to see that last pattern again here a little later because that was open. 2 Cardinals are open. We'll see it again later.
Well, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down now and about 9 to go. Wilmer wants to try to get another first down here. Setram is going to throw it. He rifles it out. It's caught by Ronneberg. He's got the first down as he breaks the tackle right out to midfield.
About a 16, 17-yard pickup in the very same play, except to the other side.
Boy, I'll tell you, I was glad to see that Kevin got away from that first tackler. He was right about at the stick where he caught that football. But he gained about 6 yards after he caught it, and he's into Alexandria territory at the 49. We've unleashed another weapon tonight. 9:43 now to go here in the 2nd quarter. Wilmer on the move again in Alec territory at the 49. Flag, too long?
Well, they're calling it.
I didn't see, or were they?
No one moved. It's either got to be...
maybe another... Well, they're signaling down the line like somebody was offside, huh?
It's either got to be one of the linemen maybe off too far and in the backfield, so they only got 6 people on the line.
That maybe is what it was. I think that's exactly what it was.
No movement there.
Well, that's the 2nd time Wilmer's been called for something like that.
That or maybe, mouth guard might have been hanging someplace, but it looked like when you go unbalanced line, a lot of times that extra lineman who swings out the other side is not always used to being, maybe out quite that far and lining up. You're used to lining up, at 2 inches of the other person's heel, and this time a little bit different, but should be able to handle that.
Now they're watching it very closely. 1st and 15 now as they sweep to the right side, and Amit's finding tough going over there, maybe a yard at most. 2-3 Alexandria defenders stringing things out on the opposite side.
Tim Brenner now coming in.
And coming back out. They're at midfield right now, and it'd be
good time for
a quick kick, huh?
Waggle pass to the back side here, I think.
Yeah, the passing game has looked good so far. Kent Setram's had time to throw on most of the occasions. He's going to roll. Now he steps up and got rid of it, and it was caught, I think.
Yeah, he caught it.
Is that Ronneberg again? Looks like
yes,
Kevin Ronneberg on the reception.
But not quite enough. But
about 10 yards, though, and makes it 3rd and makeable. 3rd and about 6. They gave him about 9 on that pickup.
Yeah, so 3 receptions for 56 yards, and Kevin, and he's having a great game here.
3rd down and 7 to go now. The ball in Alexandria territory at the 47. We're just inside of 8 minutes to go. 7-0. Wilmer with the early lead here as we're playing in the first half.
And the way the defensive backs are playing for Alex, it's not too bad an idea to come back with a pass just like that, only send the back behind him. Now you've stopped in front of him a couple times. Now run it nice and deep.
Unbalanced this time to the left of the formation. Again, the wide side of the field. And they're going to run this way with Klinghagen. And boy, he's really stacked up. A lot of bodies there. They didn't move too many people out of the way that time.
51 really put a hit on him.
75 junior. 58. And 51. There's the kick by Brunner. He got it really nice and high. It's fielded deep in Alexandria territory, and now the Cardinals get down there to make the stop on number 32 on the run back. That's Rob Slavic. Slavic looked like he was going to make some headway, and then all of a sudden the white jerseys really converged on him. And in place of the ill Joe Nebgetzik. But I'm not sure who snapped on the long situation. We'll check it next time. 1st and 10 for Alec. It looks like at about their own 14-yard line. So Wilmer's got them deep in their own end now.
A little counter
play, and they go for short yardage as diving forward is Chris Schoenrock, number 46. 165-pound senior, 5'9", and he didn't get too much. Maybe a yard, playing pretty much air-free football.
Yeah, not having too many penalties really speeds things up, doesn't it?
Last week seemed like it was an eternity out there. Whereas Wilmer had about, 85 yards when they were wound up.
In the 80s.
Split end to the left and motion that way now by Schoenrock. Long count by the quarterback Anderson. He rolls left. He's got some room out there. He can run the ball. As he turns the corner, he'll have a first down as he goes out of bounds. Just picking his way out to about the 24-yard line. And he knew where that stick was, and as soon as he saw he had the yardage, he stepped out of bounds. And they've got the stick right there to mark it, so he got it by the length.
Cardinals, but he did not have enough time to set and throw it to him.
So first down for Alec as they try to get it out of their end at their own 24-yard line. Slot to the near right side of the formation. That slot back is in motion. The give is right to the fullback, and he's still on his feet, but now brought down after about a 4-yard pickup, it looks like. And trying to just see for sure. Yeah, that was Halverson, 35 on that carry. Now Wilmer doing a little bit of situation substituting on defense, it looks like.
Didn't look like he got 5 yards, did it?
No, it really didn't, but he kind of slanted to his left and did stay on his feet.
Kind of like Walter Payton. Doesn't look like he picks up anything, and all of a sudden they mark it and he gets 6 or 7 every time.
Yeah, he's got a way of doing that. 2nd and 5. And again, in motion is Schoenrock. He's going to get the handoff. He comes back the other way. He runs hard, and he's going to depend on where they mark him. Could have another first down. He's out across the 35, it looks like.
Yeah,
and they're moving the sticks. Really, so far, I would say Schoenrock has run about the hardest. Although Halverson has gained some nice yardage, too, and he likes to go north and south. At the Alec 36, as they're on the move, they started this drive back at about their own 11-yard line, or about the 12, I guess. Motion now by Todd Hendricks to the right. And the give to Hendricks as he tries to sweep. And I don't know, a lot of white shirts there made contact, but nobody brought him down until he got some pretty good yardage.
You're right again, about 4 or 5 Cardinals from Wilmer on them, but not hanging on, not making a real good hit. And he picked up maybe about 6 yards when he maybe should have had maybe 1.
43. This is a good drive for them, and still enough time with a little over 4 minutes to go. They could take it in and maybe eat out the clock here in this first half. 7-0, Wilmer with the lead. There's the give to Halverson again. Lots of hitting in the backfield, and Halverson struggling out, getting the first down, about an 8-yard pickup. Somebody hit him in the backfield, John. I didn't see who it was.
Number 65.
Roll-offs.
He had a stunt on. And
he was right there.
Right there, right.
Yeah.
And just
be there as they're supposed to be, but not be able to execute the play. 1st and 10 now. Alec right at midfield. Trying to get the equalizer here as Hendricks comes in motion. There's that give again, and this time not too much doing for Halverson. Big Haugard and also number 76, I thought it was for Wilmer. That'd be Roger Schliemann, 190 junior.
Right.
Bob Snyder's also in there. He may have been that last tackler, too. 2nd down, about 8 at the Wilmer 48. Trent Anderson bootlegging left. He's going to keep it. He fires it out there, and it's over. The intended receiver, Halverson, but they had some other people further downfield.
A couple guys from here looked like they were open behind. They had 2 men back there deep, and you've got a nice safety back there in Brenner, but don't think he's going to be able to cover both of those guys back there.
So 3rd and 8, big play for the Wilmer defense and for the Alec offense here at the 48 of the Wilmer Cardinals. 2:57 to go. 2nd quarter as Hendricks, the wing back left, comes in motion. Hendricks wants to throw. Sims sheds a block, tries to make the stop. Nice catch. Beautifully thrown ball, and it's caught by Schoenrock. He looks like a dangerous weapon out of that backfield. Boy, that's a big gainer. From near midfield, and they're going to be inside the 20.
About 35 yards.
Yeah. From about the 48 down to, it looks like, about the 16 or 17.
Who covered him, but not before we pick up.
I like this Schoenrock. He really handles that ball well. 1st and 10 now at the 17 for Alexandria. The give to Halverson. He has stopped cold. Maybe got a yard.
Well, I don't know. That play hasn't done much of him for him.
No, it really hasn't.
They just continue to hammer in the middle, and Wilmer's really doing a good job defense on that particular play.
Aaron Anderson, Haugard, roll-offs, and let's see, 85 or 65. That was it.
All it takes is one step, and they got him beat.
Well, they got 2 down to the 15. We're down to 2:02 to go as they're about set to snap it. Inside of 2 minutes now as Schoenrock goes in motion. Trent Anderson rolls that way. Here comes Buchanan. Anderson gets around him. Some help, but Anderson goes out of bounds. I think he's got the first down. Yes, he does. He's inside the 5.
About, what, 10 yards in that one?
About 10-yard pickup. I think that's the 9th first down now for Alexandria.
That's what I have. I have 9 first downs. And they are making a nice drive here right before halftime.
Well, they should have a 1st and goal here, it looks like, at about the 5-yard line. And still plenty of time, 1:50 to go here in the second quarter. That long pass play to Schoenrock, over 30 yards, really set this one up. Trent Anderson now. Anderson rolling right, keeps the ball, spins, and gets a couple. He's down to maybe the 3. And getting up off the bottom for Wilmer. It's getting a little bit difficult to see those numbers. And right now the ball is in my line of sight, the light pole on this side. I can just barely see the football. 1:21.
Well, this guy
and timeout is there on the field? Right. So Mike Prunty going out to talk to the defense, John, and right.
Successful.
Well, it's 2nd down and goal. Looks like at about, it's inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line. Anderson, the quarterback, motioned by Hendricks to the right side. There's the pitch back to Hendricks. He's got some blocking out there, and did he get in? Yes, he did. Touchdown by Hendricks. The sweep to the wide side, the right of the field, and we'll give him about a 3-yard run on that. He ran a lot further than that, but only got 3 yards from scrimmage.
Actually, that was a very nice run, even though it's only 3 yards, as he went off. Going to go off right tackle behind his pulling guards, but that was kind of clogged up. He made a nice fake inside, and then with one step got outside the contain and just ran for the corner and got in.
Well executed by Alexandria. It comes with 1:15 to go in the first half, and the kick is good. Again by Jed Johnson. And we're tied up at 7 apiece with 1:15 remaining here in the first half. Jed Johnson tried a long field goal.
Going here at 7-7, that wouldn't be too bad. But making a mistake here and giving even a field goal would really be disastrous.
Well, they always say when you're the underdog, the longer you stay in the game, the better your odds are. And that certainly would be the case.
Onside kick it, Bill.
Yeah, they really dribbled it, and Wilmer just covered it up. And they're at about the 20-yard line, it looks like. I didn't see really who.
About a 40-yard onside kick.
Yeah, it was one of those Freddie Cox. He first started doing that, just line driving it, and maybe one of the up people will fumble it, or it'll hit him, and some offensive player or defensive player in this case can be downfield and recover. Out to the 25-yard line. Oh, well, give him 6 yards. He's out to the 26. 2nd and about 4 now, and they may not run another player, just one more here. 18 seconds as they break the huddle. And we'll see if they get it off. Setram's got him down. With 7 seconds, there's the handoff. A little bit of running room. First down as he breaks into the open. That's Greg Ahmet. Good hard running out to about the 44. That didn't hurt his stats at all.
But a 17-yard pickup very, very quickly.
And there's the gun. So Wilmer picked up some nice yardage to kind of propel him into the locker room here right below us at halftime. We're tied at 7-all. We'll recap the first half. Right now, let's go back to our main studios and hear from about 2 minutes worth of our great look like it.
And they're going to, is that Dan Carlson?
Looks like it, yeah. Dan Carlson, number 15, is going to kick it now.
Right, that's Dan.
Well, do you think they try an onside here?
No, I think Dan...
he's going to drive it.
Right, he's been working on it, and I think he's going to try to drive it.
Well, he's kicking it from his 45.
Yeah, although I take that back. This is not a bad time to onside.
Yeah.
You don't give them the 45, you go 10 yards, and they've got it at 40, 45, and you got a chance to get the ball. It's not a bad time to do it. I don't know if they do it here this early, but certainly would catch them on.
Well, we'll see what happens. We're about set now to tee it up here. Again, the 5-yard delay of game as Alec was quite tardy in getting out here to get this third quarter going. We'll see what Dan Carlson does. He'll kick it away. It's short, and it's taken up at about the 15. Now trying to run to the near side is Halverson. He's still on his feet. Halverson turns the corner, coming up the near sidelines. He's going to go all the way.
Oh, and a sloppy tackling.
Oh, my goodness. About an 85-yard run is Halverson on his feet into the end zone. Touchdown on the kickoff.
Well, I'm sure the coaches will take that 5-yard penalty if they're going to get that kind of results every time. But he really headed for this left sideline where a wall was set up. But again, some sloppy tackling on Wilmer's part.
Boy, talk about a turnaround in a football game. 85-yard return, and it looked like they maybe had him bottled up at about the 20.
They really did.
Well, that was Halverson.
Right.
7. And we're going to see the extra point attempt by Jed Johnson, number 14, with Trent Anderson, the quarterback, doing the holding. Snap is pretty good. The kick is on the way, and it's through the uprights. 14-7. We'll be back with another kickoff after this 30-second timeout. On first blood here on that 85-yard kickoff return after a 5-yard delay of game penalty to start the third quarter. Looked like Wilmer was in pretty good shape, kicking off at their own 45. Dan Carlson kicked it down to about the 15. And
maybe we should have onside, huh?
I think we should have. Here comes Jed Johnson. He'll line drive it down the middle, taken by one of the up people at about the 22, 25, and looks like about the 33. And is that Ahmet on that return?
No, I think that's Anderson, but we'll have to wait until he gets up.
Yep.
Aaron Anderson.
Aaron Anderson, one of the up people in the kick return team with the return. And they mark it at the 32-yard line, it looks like, where Wilmer opened the first quarter. Alec tied it just prior to halftime, and they've scored on an 85-yard kick return to start this third quarter. Of course, last week it was the 85-yard pass interception. Back to throw now, and giving it to the halfback. Actually, the fullback, Hemsey, on that carry, and he got maybe 2.
And that's really that time they really did overshift, Alex did, to that unbalanced line. And Wilmer, again, coming back to the weak side.
Again, the ball at the right hash mark. The near side of the field is the right side of the formation. They're running the unbalanced to the left. The extra blocker, when we say unbalanced, just 2. Oh, there was a motion there.
Yep.
Halfback took a step early, and that'll cost them 5 yards. They may decline that, possibly even. Otherwise, it'll be second down and about 12. So we don't write that down as a penalty then?
No, I guess give the old, 2 yards to Hemsey, huh?
So it's third and about 6 right now for the Wilmer Cardinals. Just across their own 35-yard line. They have to get it out to about the 43. And it's going to be Setram shovel pass. Here comes Ahmet, or is that Brunner?
Yeah, no, that's Ahmet.
Greg Ahmet turned the corner, and it's very close, but he's got the first down, it looks like.
That was a nice run, a nice, well-executed shovel pass.
First time they tried the shovel in the first half, just didn't connect. May have hit one of the linemen's backs, but this time it was well executed, and Greg Ahmet got about, and of course, picking up that 85 yards of real estate on that kick return. A little over 10 minutes to go, third quarter. Again, unbalanced to the left, wide side of the field. And now what happened? Too long, or somebody moved?
Well, at the wrong count, I'm sure. Septim wanted the ball on whatever, like say 1, didn't get it, and he made a little extra movement to the center, thinking, I want that ball. And so it cost him a 5-yard penalty.
Just
like 10 people had the wrong.
10:08 to go here in the third quarter.
I shouldn't say for sure it was Kent. Maybe Scott was the only one out of the 11 didn't have the right count.
Yeah, again, a new center tonight. Scott Williams done a fine job so far. Here comes some motion now by Ahmet. Setram rolls the other way. They got a wall of blockers out there. Shovel pass. It's caught, but not much doing. The defense quickly recovered and stopped the play for about a 4-yard pickup.
That Klinghagen?
I believe it was Sean on the carry, but looked like it was well set up, John. They had some blockers out there, but
usually that shovel pass, doesn't look like a jump shot in basketball, but that one there almost did.
Other conference games, we've got Little Falls playing a Tech tonight in Apollo at Brainerd. Second down and 11. just shy of the 45, about the 44-yard line. As Setram wants to throw it, steps up and he's hammered. The ball is loose on the ground, and was he in the? No, he apparently didn't have his arm forward. It's a fumble. And Alexandria's got it. I thought he maybe had cocked the arm and was going to throw when that ball was knocked free, but apparently not.
Well, I think if this was pro ball, we'd be asking the officials to
have a look at that replay.
Look at that replay.
Unfortunately, the only replay we have is what we have right above us upstairs here, and the cameraman wasn't alert enough to catch that last play.
That's too bad. That's the one thing we had to stay away from, the big play or the fumble, and so far we've given one each. Here back to Alex.
Yeah, we've given them the big play and now the fumble. Alec with the ball in Wilmer territory, and there's the give to Halverson. He's got some positive yardage. He's inside the 35 to about the 34. Pretty close to about a 4 or 5 yard gain on first down. Turnover of the night on the Wilmer Cardinals. And Alexandria. Are they running unbalanced now too?
No.
I guess not, just a tight end on this side. Okay, handoff, and that's Hendricks on the carry.
Quick trap right up the middle. Not much of a hole, but he kind of just gets his own yards.
He got a couple. Maybe about 3, it looks like, to about the 32-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd and 5. So Wilmer's defense holding stout here on those first 2 running plays, one to the right by the fullback, and now the trap up the middle with the halfback. 7:52 to go, 3rd quarter, 3rd and 5. The defense for Wilmer being called on here now after the turnover to try to stop Alexandria. The Alec Cardinals have a 14-7 lead. Wide to the right, flanker to the left. Split backs. Here comes Schoenrock. He's hit in the backfield, but he sheds that tackle, and I don't think he quite got enough for the first down, but he's going to be close.
Again, the Cardinals are there. They're just not making the tackle. They're just not bringing the ball carrier down. It's the first down.
Yeah, he did get enough progress. It was hard to see as he went out of bounds on the near sidelines, but he's down to the 25 where it is a first down. Yeah, I think on that play, maybe our tackler, John, would have been smarter to go lower. He tried to hit him up around the shoulders, and he just was able to shed that.
And that was Royer Friel, who is, not very big to try to take someone on at the shoulders.
All right, it's 1st and 10 at the Wilmer 25. Hash mark to the left of the field. Split end is Sinning out to the left. Slot to the left of the formation. Wing right. And that wing back comes in motion, and there is a handoff on a reverse play, and they've turned the corner with Hendricks. He's got good speed. He's still on his feet. Another first down, and he's finally stopped at about the 10 or 12 yard line, it looks like.
Boy, I just looked at that play. Should have maybe picked up maybe 2-3 yards. That's all. And it came out picking up about 15.
Something happened again right at the line of scrimmage. He got through there, and it looked like there was pretty heavy traffic, but he managed to flanker to the right, came left, and then handed back to the guy going the other direction.
Very quick ball exchanges.
Yeah, nice reverse play. Now they're going to sweep to the left side with the quarterback. There's the pitch back to Schoenrock. He's got some green out there. Now he aims for the end zone, and he's in for the touchdown.
And 2 more missed tackles again.
12-yard runabout with 6:53 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now they say 11 yards officially.
Schoenrock, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, that you could just see it. His eyes lit up, when he saw that he was going to be able to pick his way in. He's a hard runner.
Good blocking out there again by 35. Halverson, who has done an excellent job for Alexandria as far as blocking.
Jed Johnson on the kick, and he got enough on it to put it through the uprights. And with 6:53 to go here in the 3rd quarter, Alexandria has opened up a 2-touchdown lead. It's Alec 21, Wilmer 7. We'll be back in 30. And there's the give. They run that way with Klinghagen. He turns the corner, but he's stacked up after about a 3-yard pickup out to the 38. Pretty solid hitting by the Alexandria defense, John. That's maybe been one thing we've noticed, the difference in these two teams. Wilmer has missed some tackles tonight again. Well, nice gain of close to 5 yards, actually, by Klinghagen. A good strong 4 as he's got it out to about the 38.5, 39-yard line. 2nd down now. Again, unbalanced left. Motion that way is Klinghagen. There's the same play Alec ran, the reverse, and it works for Wilmer. First down and into the open field. Ooh. Boy, is Ahmet cracked hard. And that hit 29. Was put on by 29, one of the backs Ty Griffiths.
And that saved a touchdown, Bill.
Boy, he's only 155, and he really put a shoulder in there. You're right. I think Ahmed might have gone.
He would have been gone.
First down, same exact play Alec ran. And into Alexandria territory. What are we going to him on that? About 12?
I give him 12. I think.
About a 12-yard pickup. First down of the night for Wilmer. We'll see what the scoreboard reads later tonight. But again, Brainerd was leading Apollo, and Little Falls ahead of Tech, 7-3 in the first half. Hemsey, some tough going up the middle there. He got maybe 2 yards down to the 46, close to the 45.
You know, like last week.
That's why it's so important for Wilmer to somehow try to pull this one out tonight. It'll be not impossible, but still a tough road to hoe.
I think all teams are down a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, across the whole conference.
Strong right this time, and a lot of faking and not much doing.
That same reverse the other way that time as Ahmet was going to give off to.
Yeah, who carried that time?
Different. Klinghagen.
Okay, well, it's no gain on the play as they mark it at the 46 of Alec. Third down and 7 for Wilmer with just over 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Alex with 2 quick scores here in the third quarter with a 21-7 lead. They have used some different people at that nose guard, but I see that this Brian Hastings, John, has been in there a lot, number 51, and he's made some good sticks in there.
Very good sticks.
All right, Setram wants to throw this. He sets up. He's got some time. He's got a man out there. Did he catch it? He couldn't hang on. It would have been a very fine catch for Greg Ahmet, but he had a hand on it.
Right, he had it in his hands for just a second, then got hit, and then came hit the ground and lost the ball.
A lot
nice
of
toss,
nice throw, right? In some pretty good defensive coverage, but nice looking pass right up the middle by Setram. That ball was in the air a good 35 yards, maybe longer than that.
Good protection too.
All right, on the fourth down, Wilmer's going to punt it away as Brunner angles for the right sideline. It'll be fielded by Hendricks inside his 10. Tries to run right, spins, and he's covered up, snowed under. I think he's still barely out across the 10-yard line. So they've got him deep, but Alec has got the ball back, and they've stopped the Wilmer offense. More interesting fourth quarter. 3.5 left to go in the third. Alec leads at 21-7, and they're operating at about their own 12-yard line. Trent Anderson, the quarterback, a good-looking athlete. He sends Hendricks in motion to the right, and they come the other way to the fullback, and Halverson runs hard out across the 15. And the number of Cardinals, including Kent Setram, who's playing the corner right now, in on that tackle.
Right.
Run and try to keep the ball on the ground, maybe throw in a pass here and there to keep the Wilmer defense honest.
Well, they're not content. They want to score some more against Wilmer.
I think you're right. I didn't want to say that, but I think the more they could score, the better they'd like it.
Yeah.
And Anderson's going to throw it. He's got a nice arm. He's got that ball out there. His end is all turned around. The ball is... Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
there was contact, I guess.
I can call pass interference on Wilmer.
Yeah, and that was Tim Brunner over there?
No, I think Ahmet.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
the left corner over there.
The pass was up in the air and hanging, like you said, but the receiver, I think, did a nice job as he turned around, and he was kind of shielded the defender from him, and Ahmet really had not much of a choice.
Greg is quite a bit shorter, too, John, than Mike Navradril, I think is how you say it in the Brodrill. He's 6'4", so he had a lot of size on Greg Ahmet.
So they give it the 15 yards plus a first down. Huh?
Okay, so that's really the first big penalty on Wilmer. And that gives Wilmer 4 penalties on the night for 30 yards total. And Alec has a 1st and 10 as they kind of get it out of their own end, as the ball is now at the Alexandria 32-yard line. Motion to the left of the field as Anderson sprints out. He's got good speed. He puts it out there. It's caught. Hendricks on the reception. And he's out of bounds just shy of midfield for another first down of about a 15-yard pickup.
Well, I tell you, he was running for his life that time as Dave Voss was coming from him.
Not much, but, he was an outstanding athlete. But this Anderson, I really like him as, this type of option quarterback. I know Sorensen's a good one up at Little Falls, too.
Yeah, he's got good, quick feet. Give you some problems.
Okay, now they're going to halfback option, and they really put it out there, but no receiver deep enough. I'll tell you, that halfback Hendricks threw a nice spiral on that ball.
But the closest one to that was Tim Brunner.
Yeah, center field out there.
And that was over his head.
Oh, Anderson handed that off, and Wilmer's run that play not this year, but maybe their halfbacks aren't gifted with throwing arms. But in the past we've run it about a 14-yarder.
Okay.
Out to about the 48 is where Alec has it on 2nd and 10 right now, and we're just over 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Alexandria scored 2 touchdowns here in this third quarter, and they have a 21-7 lead. Trent Anderson back, throws to his underneath receiver, breaks the tackle. Hendricks still on his feet, another first down, and again he would have been stopped shy of the first down marker. I didn't see who missed that tackle, but he got about 20 yards after he got away.
Sean Klinghagen and Ahmet out there in that corner over there, and boy, they're just kind of flying after the Alexandria ball players, not even coming close to knocking them down. On that blocker, that's just like a good effective block as far as Alex is concerned. That's all they want.
Well, I guess that's what they say. Blocking isn't necessarily knocking the defensive player down. It's just getting in his way, right?
Right.
All right, there is a little trap play up the middle, a counter play, and it looks like it's a foot race, and turning the corner and just brought down with an arm tackle by Tim Brunner from behind is Schoenrock, and looks like they'll have one more play at least before they get this one in the end zone.
That was that nice counter that Wilmer has run pretty effective in the past. That time they came back with a counter and really ran it very well that time as both guards, as the guard pulled and did a nice blocking job for Alex.
Schoenrock on that carry, he's got a 1st and goal inside the 10 at about the 6. So from the 33 to the 6-yard line, a big gainer for Alexandria. And it's 1st and goal.
How long are we giving that one?
Well, from the 33 to the 6,
okay,
approximately. About a 27 in that vicinity. All right, up the middle, Halverson dancing, prancing, and in. Is he in? No, not quite. Stopped short. He was hit a couple of times, but got inside the 5, and he's knocking on the door right now. 2nd and goal. Oh, it isn't quite goal either. They can get a first down on about the 1. I guess they are at inside the 5. 2nd down at about 4 yards, and they can get a first down at about the 1 foot line.
Yeah.
I thought they were inside the 10 initially, but not quite. So 2nd and about 3.5, 4 yards to go as Trent Anderson has motioned by Schoenrock, and they keep it inside, and Wilmer with a pretty good.
That's a very difficult play to run down there in that vicinity. It's a very slow hitting. It's kind of a delayed play.
Looks like they might have Dave Larson, 275, also in there on the defensive front now. No gain on that last play. Still 3rd and about 4. Slot to the right, motion to the right to Hendricks. Anderson comes back the other way, and he's going to be throwing for a loss.
87 picked him up that time, and Davos coming in from his defensive end position.
And also Larson, 75, was right there, too. Big 215-pound junior.
One of the few times we've seen that tonight, Bill, is what Davos did that time, and that was he shucked off a blocker and got the quarterback. Before, they've been kind of running around and not being very effective. That time, went right through him and got the quarterback.
And he's way back at the 17-yard line. So now Alexandria with a 4th down. They might have to go for a field goal, it looks like, as the gun is.
And you're right, they're going to try a field goal.
Well, let's see. Their ball is spotted at about the 18. They're marking it at the 25. So that's a 35-yarder, and he hadn't shown that kind of a leg so far tonight.
He might have got the ground the first time. We'll have to see.
Jed Johnson, this time he gets a lot more ball, and he's going to have it. It's good. 35 yards by Jed Johnson. And Alexandria adds 3 more to the score. They lead Wilmer 24-7. We'll be back with more after this 30-second timeout. All right, Johnson will, or Sinning rather, will kick it off. Jamie Sinning, number 1, will handle the kickoff duties here. We'll see what they try. And they're going to squib it down the middle. It's fielded by Aaron Anderson. He's got some running room. Good field position as Aaron pushes it out to about the 40-yard line. Fielded at about his own 25 in that vicinity. And the Cardinals have it. Now we'll see if we can generate some offense like we did back in the first quarter. Wilmer's had some nice pass plays, John. A couple of nice completions to Ronneberg and a couple of near completions. That one particular, a passing situation. But
right.
They may just really come hard here.
Still unbalanced, aren't we?
Yep, unbalanced again to the wide side of the field. 1st and 10. And they run to the short side. Nice hole it looked like, but then
Well, he ran the option, and
I guess he went to the pitch man there.
He went to the pitch man, but boy, he was covered very well by Alexandria, and they came up very nicely and did a good job of tackling. And that's, like I said before, that's been a big difference in this ball game, is tackling of Alexandria compared to
time tonight, other than that one play where Setram was hit as it looked like he was trying to pass. He was given a fumble. So really the first time he'd been hit behind the line tonight. And there's the reverse, and they're just about back to the original line of scrimmage is Sean Klinghagen. He slipped a little bit as he tried turning the corner, but he was starting to run into a defensive wall about that time.
Right now, Alexandria, and maybe for the last 3-4 minutes, is pretty much taking control.
A little bit more out there that we expected quite a bit from. A couple of big tackles out there, and pretty good linebackers as well for Alec. 3rd and 11 as Setram is back to throw. He has time. He puts it out on the flat. It's caught by Ronneberg, but he's going to be short of the sticks.
Right.
About 3 yards shy, and really...
There's not much use of running a pattern like that. Well, of course, you're going to maybe go for it, but if you're going to run a pattern for a first down, you got to go at least past the sticks to do that.
That's right.
Would you pick up 7-8 yards?
4-7, Alexandria with the lead, and Wilmer needs a nice play here to keep this drive alive. It's 4th and 2 at the Wilmer 48. Alec, of course, wants to make the play defensively here. Double wing formation. The lone setback, and they drew him offside. Nice job.
That probably was probably the call. You know, make it on a long count. You've been going on 1 and 2 pretty much for the entire game. And maybe you can go on 4, you know, and they'll come off. And that happens. Pick up 5 yards. Easy way to pick up the first down.
Well, and you know, too, that
together.
Yeah, he's a real anchor on this right side of their defensive front. Actually playing tackle. All right, 1st and 10 in Alec territory at the 47. 5-yard offside gave Wilmer that first down. Their 10th of the ball game. Setram wants to air it out, and it's going to be tipped and incomplete. That time the
nice job by the receiver
to knock it away from the defensive player who
Greg
had
Ahmet.
the best shot at it.
Right, Greg Ahmet, who was supposed to catch the ball. The ball was short, and actually Greg made a tackle as the defender caught the ball. Nice job by Greg, at least to give it on Alexandria, especially in the 3rd and 4th quarter when you're behind this far.
2nd and 10 at the Alec 47, and they're looking for something in the air. Cardinals keep it on the ground. Ahmet sweeping the right side. Lots of blocking. Good hard running. It should be enough for a first down inside the 40.
That was a nice run that time by Greg Ahmet. Picked up, what, 10 yards?
Yeah, that was a beauty.
That's the way I think we've seen him run in the past. Had some nice blocking out there, but really at the end, just put his head down and picked up those extra 2. Picked up 9 yards. Very nice run that time.
Oh, I thought he had the first down, but they spotted him just short. Got the left-footed spot that time. 8:04 now to go in the ball game. 24-7, 3rd and a short 1. Wing right. T in the backfield. Split backs, and Setram's going to throw on this down. It's one that you can use, and he puts it up, and it's caught. Nice catch by Sims, I believe.
Hey,
boy,
pass
Sims just came out of nowhere to catch that ball.
Underthrown and looked like
dead out there. Yeah,
right. Looked like an Oski or an interception for Alexandria, and all of a sudden Sims came back. I think he fooled the Alexandria kid.
What a beautiful play by Sims. He came from out of nowhere, basically, and had his eye on that ball all the time. Well, let's see. What were they at? About the 35, I think. And where are they going to mark this baby? It's inside the 10. Nice play. 2 really nice plays. Greg Ahmet on the other one. That should have been an interception, but he interfered, and now Ahmet on a run. And he's got a couple, maybe 3. First and be 2nd and goal, maybe around the 7 or 6 yard line. Oh, we've seen some nice individual efforts by Wilmer on this drive.
Hastings again for Alexandria, making a lot of stops for.
And 2nd down, and what does it look like to you, John? About the 3 yard line, maybe, or maybe it's just around the 5.
Yeah, about 5.
Okay, Sims, or I should say Setram, did he keep it? No, he didn't. He gave it off.
Nice job of faking, though.
He really did. He really acted like he had the ball, but he gave it to the first man through, John Hemsey, for a short gain. Well, it's getting to be 3rd down now here in goal, and
that was Aaron Anderson again on the carry.
Okay, Aaron is in there on these short goal line situations. 3rd down, and now it looks like they're down around the 2. Well, they say the 4, the PA, so we'll go with what he says. He's in a lot better position than we are. He's about 10 feet above us. So 3rd down and goal from the 4. Man in motion is Ahmet to the right. Setram bootlegging right, turning the corner, looking, fires it.
Oh, did he throw it? He caught it.
And they caught it for a touchdown. Was that was Sims again, I think, or
no,
was it
I
a
think,
back?
33.
Okay, it was Aaron Anderson.
Aaron Anderson.
John,
yeah, he really drilled
rifled that one, yeah.
And it was right down about knee high, and Anderson made a nice diving catch on the ground.
Well, with 6:14 to go in the 4th quarter, Wilmer is back on the board, and that was a nice drive by the Wilmer Cardinals. A couple of great individual efforts along the way to make it probably 5 yards from him, but he came back for it and just took it out of the air there. Ahmet now will attempt the extra point. 24-13, they're trying to make it 14. The kick is good all the way. Boy, he drills those extra points.
That was nice.
24-14 with 6:14 to play. Will we see the onside kick? We'll find out when we come back. Austin and Oka Ramsey coming up, and we'll have 3 Warrior games play-by-play. And now we're going to wait this kick here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people on this side of the ball.
Yeah, and they're going to squib it this way. It's loose and covered up by Alec. Well, it went to 10 yards, just barely, about 11. Actually, a little more than that, about 15 on the kick.
Yeah, he kind of drilled it a little bit too hard for an onside kick.
Yeah, that's really quite an art, isn't it? Maybe not as hard on natural turf like this as it is on that artificial surface, but
you really get some bounces on that artificial turf, too.
Yeah, you get some real wacky things happening. Well, 5:57, 24-14. Wilmer making it a little more respectable here by coming back and scoring that touchdown. I know they say there are no moral victories, but...
Well, that's just Lou Holt at Notre Dame.
All right, the handoff to Halverson. Good hard running, nothing fancy as he slants off tackle for 5 yards. And I'm sure Alexandria at this point just wants to protect that football, and maybe if they can put one more at the opposite side of the coin, 0-2, if things hold up as they are. But a turnover here and a quick score could really change the complexion. Slot to the short right side of the field. Halverson stacked up and driven back. Aaron Anderson, Brett Sims.
Whoa! Hey, throw the guy out of the game.
Okay.
35 should be gone.
That was Halverson, and he was stopped, and then he did some extracurriculars.
He gave 2 knees to Aaron Anderson in the stomach and chest. And I tell you, that something like that, you got to be kicking him out of the game right now. Go down the trenches.
3rd and 5, right at the 40-yard line, right in front of us, right at the 50-yard line, midfield stripe. Here comes Hendricks in motion. They fake the give to him, and there's another good pop and some more tackling as they stop Schoenrock for no gain.
Well, they're starting to hit now, but it's a little bit late, guys.
Yeah, that's right. Boy, Wilmer really made some good pops there. Roll-offs was in there. And 62, Bob Snyder really made a good stick there, too. Or, wait a minute, that's Dan Olberg, excuse me. 24-14, Alexandria facing a 4th and 4, I would think would punt it away here.
Now, this would be their first punt?
Yeah, we have not seen their punter, and it's the quarterback. Or wait a minute, is it number 1, Sinning? I guess he did punt 1. Yeah, this is his second punt. Pretty good rush. The Cardinals went after it. A high kick. Runner, very dangerous, made the catch. He did not fair catch that, did he?
No, he didn't. I think most 9 out of 10 guys would have fair catch that ball.
Just across the 20, they mark Tim at the 22, and that's what Wilmer has looking ahead of them now, about 78 yards of real estate and only 3.5 minutes to play, and they're down by, but it's at least looking positive for next week at this point.
Right.
All right, slot to the near side now. And Setram is operated all the way at quarterback. He wants to throw it. He's back to fire, and he puts it out to the right side. A diving attempt, but it's incomplete. Was that Anderson out there? Aaron Anderson on that attempted pass? Maybe it was Greg Ahmet. Or is it Sean Klinghagen?
Klinghagen.
A lot better vantage point, too, I might add.
I would think we could see a screen here sometime.
Yeah, that
Alex is really coming off the line.
Either over the middle or either flat. All right, Setram drops straight back. He looks to the near side. It's caught by Dan Carlson, and he should have a first down.
Now that's the type of pattern you got to run if you're going to go for the first down. At least get past the sticks, which he did by about 2-3 yards.
And a good play, too, to preserve the clock as it was a quick out pattern on the sidelines. Dan stepped right out of bounds, and they moved the sticks with 3:10 to go here in the ball game. 24-14, Alexandria with the lead, but Wilmer's given them a good battle here tonight. Ball at the 36-yard line of the Wilmer Cardinals. 1st and 10. Craig Setram back to throw. Sets up again under a heavy rush, puts it out there, and he was really hit as he let that one go.
But he threw a nice pass.
Really.
Yeah. 40, 10, 20, 35, 40, 45 yards in the air.
He sends Dan Carlson as the wide receiver to the left. Slot back also to the left, and the receiver split out to the right. And back to throw. Here comes Alec. Little pass. Caught again by Carlson. Steps out of bounds, this time short of a first down. But
it'd be about 3rd and what?
About 3, I think.
2, 3.
Gain of about 7 on that play to Dan Carlson, his second reception. And Wilmer now, are they going to huddle it up here or just try to move quickly?
Well, they're out of bounds, so they've got...
Oh, yeah, okay, he did step out.
Yeah, get out.
3rd and about 2.5, 3 yards, just shy of the Wilmer 45-yard line. 2:57 to go. Wilmer scored first, but Alec coming out with an 85-yard kick return to break open a 7-7 tie to start the 3rd quarter. That's kind of what turned the momentum. And they keep it on the ground, and not quite enough, I don't think, by, is that Hemsey on that carry?
Well, depends again where he's going to spot it, but it looks like he's going to be a little bit short.
Yeah, John Hemsey got that last call, and he only got about,
he's about
a yard and a half.
Yeah, about a
He's
yard.
just about a yard shy, just across the 46. He's got to get to about the 47. First precious moments, or seconds at least, dribbling off the clock now, down to 2:30 to go. Setram really under a rush. He eludes one tackler, puts the pass out, and almost a diving catch, and it would have been a first down.
Well, it wasn't even close, because he had a lot of pressure put on that time by Alexandria. They were really coming off the line of scrimmage.
So Alec really putting the pressure on. They take it over on downs as Wilmer fails on 4th and 1, and that was kind of more than likely the last gasp on offense for the Wilmer Cardinals tonight. Quarterback all the way has been Trent Anderson. They've gone pretty much with this same offensive alignment. Schoenrock and Hendricks have been the halfbacks, and Halverson the fullback. Excuse me, Schoenrock trying to sweep the left side and didn't get much yardage, but again, they take as much time off the clock as they can. He wisely stayed in bounds, too, when he got over there.
Again, he gave the Cardinal defender.
Wilmer, it's another road game up to St. Cloud Apollo, and Apollo was trailing Brainerd 10-0 in the first half of their ball game at Brainerd tonight. 2nd down and 8. Hendricks gets the handoff, picks his way forward for about 3, down to about the 42, and
Aaron Anderson made a nice tackle down low that time on him.
Wilmer is going to burn a timeout here, John, so they'll stop the clock with a minute, a chance to get the ball back with some time on the clock, if they can stop him here. Double wing formation with the left half in motion, and there's that counter play, and a good hard tackle made again, John. Somebody submarined in there.
Yeah, 87, and then he's coming out right now, that Klinghagen.
Yep, Sean Klinghagen also made a nice hit.
And 87 on that stop that time.
Well, they gained only about a yard on that play, on that counter play, and again, Wilmer takes time out to stop it with 1:22. Taking a little look at Sean Klinghagen, a little bit shaken up on that last play. Bob Besnicek taking a look at it, make sure he's focusing okay. Alec will punt on 4th and 5. They just get it off. Good high kick, and it's going to be fielded by Tim Brunner at the 15, and he is swarmed under there by some black-shirted Alexandria Cardinals. So Wilmer will have the ball back with 1:15 left on the game clock and trailing 24-14, and will return with the final minute and 15 seconds after this 30-second timeout. All right, John, what happened on that first down? I was looking down. Apparently,
pass to Dan Carlson for a first down.
Okay, Danny Carlson catching his third pass of the night. It came from the 15, and they got it across the 25 to about the 27, it looks like. Setram again, hurry up offense, back to throw it, sideline pattern, caught by Carlson. He's out of bounds, another first down. Well, they're really working that near sideline here to the left of the field.
Dan Carlson has caught 4 passes for a total of 46 yards in this game.
And that, unofficially, I have 14 first downs for Wilmer and 15 for Alec. A lot closer than many people might have thought in that department. 1st and 10 now for Wilmer. They're inside of a minute to go as Setram wants to fire it again. He puts it out to the right side this time, and it's caught.
Roy Friel
with his first catch of the night for about 9 yards.
Just short.
Boy, I don't know. I like this offense so much. You would like to see him maybe do more of it, with more time on the clock.
For 3-4 quarters instead of just the last couple minutes.
Oh, really? These quick sideline outs are working well.
And besides, those things are extremely hard to stop, especially in high school ball. Playing defensive back, that's one of the toughest areas to really become pretty proficient at. And getting a 5, 6 yard, 8 yard pass and then running with it, that's just as good as a run from scrimmage. It's very tough on defense to stop.
Gain of 9 on that last play. 48 seconds to go. They're in Alexandria territory at the 49. 2nd and 1. We can probably anticipate another pass here. Tim Brunner took some steps.
Canadian ball, we can get away with that. But
yeah, they can have what? How many can they have in motion? Just 2 in the Canadian League?
Oh, I think it's 3.
Or is it 3? Yeah, that really does make a difference.
Oh, boy, I got guys going all over the place.
Alec has been penalized 4 times for 25 yards. Again, first downs 15-14 for Alexandria, but the all-important stat, Alec leading by 10 on the scoreboard. And Setram's going to be sacked for a big loss here.
33, did he come flying through that center?
Yeah, that was a blitz there.
Is Kurt Myers, 5'11", 190-pound junior.
Well, they are getting some of their juniors in the lineup here, but again, 21 out of the 22 that started tonight were seniors for Alec. Setram down a 2nd and about 15. He sets up and fires it out. And picked off. It's intercepted. A nice defensive play down the near sidelines. And that's going to go for a touchdown.
Number 29.
Laux on that interceptor. Or Griffiths, rather. Ty Griffiths on the interception. He picked that off right around midfield, wouldn't you say, John?
Right. And the thing was that Ken Setram was hit just as he threw that ball by, I think it was 67, I think, who hit him. And he was just lucky to get it off from the beginning. And he just kind of threw a dead duck up in the air.
And really, Brunner didn't see the defender, and he was kind of waiting for the ball, and the defender had his eye on it. And
tipped it, and then he actually caught it again.
Yeah, nice play. Ty Griffiths. I think he is their best defensive back, talking to Coach Sheridan Jakey, because he said that depending if Wilmer would throw a lot or not would depend on whether he'd play the free safety or a corner. I will give him, 50, 55 yards on that return. About a 50-yarder just for... Kick is good by Jensen, by the way, and that makes it 31 for Alexandria and 14 for Wilmer. Just 12 seconds left. We'll come back to wind it up after this 30-second timeout. Our second half, that was taken back by Eric Halverson. And then this interception for 50 yards by Ty Griffiths has put 12 big points, 2 touchdowns on the board here for Alexandria. Of course, they, at the moment, have a 2-touchdown plus a field goal lead. Again, Wilmer led 7-0 after 1 quarter, but it's really been pretty much all Alex since then. All right, on the kick return, still on his feet, running hard. I believe that's Ahmet.
Yeah, 22.
Well, it was Tim Brunner. It didn't look quite as tall as Tim, but a nice return by Tim.
When those uniforms get dirty, they don't look quite as tall.
Well, there's 3 ticks of the clock left. And that is it as the gun sounds to end it here tonight. The final score, Alexandria remains unbeaten in the Central Lakes.